Hello, and welcome to the Air Pollution Control Division Map Portal and Record Search Tool how-to video. Uh, the Air Pollution Control Division Map Portal and Record Search Tool can be seen in front of you. The tool maps the Air Pollution Control Division stationary source sites, so permitted sources of air emissions. It maps disproportionately impacted communities in the area of the stationary source sites, and also shows counties that the sites and communities fall within. We'll walk you through a little bit of the functionality in the tool here. We'll start in the top left, just explain some of the elements we see. We have the logo for the Air Pollution Control Division in the top left in the header, followed by, moving to the right, the Air Pollution Control Division Map Portal and Record Search Tool title. Third item here, moving across the top of the page in the header, is the how-to guide. This is a download link for a text and image document in English that explains the functionality we'll see here today. We have, after that, the how-to guide in Spanish. And then the final link in the header is a download data button, which allows users to download all the stationary sources site data for their use. Moving back to the left and just below the header, we have a cluster of buttons and a search bar up here. The first in the top left here is a zoom in button. It's a plus sign. We use that to move in closer to an area. We use the minus sign, the zoom out, to move back away. We can use the button that looks like a little house, the home button, to zoom to the full extent or the full view of the data for Colorado. By moving our cursor over the map and holding down the left mouse button, we can drag the map. To the left of the zoom and home tools, we see a button for the legend and options. This provides a key to the map and explains what the colors and symbols in the map represent. Can open and close that using the legend and options button. We can also turn different layers off and on again. We can export that data and access the web services for the tool for users' needs. Right next to the legend, we have a select tool. We can open this and users can choose to use a circle or a rectangle or a lasso. Lasso is just a freestyle kind of shape. You can move around here to select an area. You'll see then when you've selected an area, it will show the number of sites in that area and the counties in which they reside, as well as the BI communities that may be in the area. Next to the select tool, we have a submit feedback button. You can use this to provide feedback, questions, and get your questions answered to us at the Air Pollution Control Division. The search bar in the top, you can search by an AIRS ID for a permitted site or an address or a general location. Do the example of Commerce City, Colorado, and we'll see that that will zoom us into a broader area. If we'd like to, we can then use the select tool to pick up a smaller area of interest. Moving down below the map into the data tables, we'll see that the locations selected, the sites selected, are queried within each of the tables below. We'll see we selected 70 Air Pollution Control Division stationary source sites. We can clear that, and then we'll see we have the entire data set is 33,094 features. We can use the tab at the top, this little arrow, to open or close the attribute table. And the attribute table itself has a little bit of functionality to export data, show hide columns, or use filters on a field. In this example, we can say, let's add the expression heirs ID, and we'll say the heirs ID is equal to uh, one we'll pick from the heirs ID column over here, 017 0124, and we'll say okay. That'll filter our table so that we're only looking at that site. Um, Again, we can open and close, and we can open and close the attribute tables to provide a better view, clearer view of the map. We can use our home button up here in the top left to go back to our full extent and where we started. And that brings us back to the broader view of the state of Colorado and the site search, map portal and record search tool, and the conclusion of our demonstration today. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to your comments.